Enigma.
Yeah, or an Enigma. That's also an
Enigma,
option.
Pango,
Yeah.
or they have some heavy like physical damage core like the TB. Well, TB gets banned, so I imagine PSG LGD saw that Wyvern ban and thought, okay, what's good?
Yeah. With the Shadow Shaman banned out and with the Puck picked, they go with the next best option versus the Puck, and that's Lion. There's one problem for Lion, it's this Tusk. This matchup 4-on-4 can be a little bit difficult for Lion throughout the game. We've seen Kaka even have a miserable time on a position 4 Lion, just feeding constantly versus heroes that are bulky and get on top of him. Next, Evil Geniuses looking for the second. This could be a position 5, right?
This is the first time these teams are going into bonus time. It shows like these teams have had a lot of time to prepare for this series, of course, and it shows that this opening is what they kind of were planning all along. I think that is one of the first times we've seen that. By the way, Pango's still in the pool.
Pango's still in the pool. I wouldn't even mind seeing Fly's Phoenix, which I don't think we've witnessed.
His Phoenix. Also, Tidehunter's been an EG go-to, a hero that not many other teams are playing in that 5 position
For me,
role.
the first hero I was thinking about is Tide, but it's kind of problematic versus Monkey because you can't flex it. You can't say, okay, I'm picking Tide, it might be offlane. It can't be. And that Prophet deals with him later on very easily. So Phoenix for me looks very solid, but maybe they'll pick Tide.
I like the Phoenix a lot more. Yeah, now you mentioned we've seen Phoenix with the Puck looks so good, and
there we go.
Fly's happy. This is the hero. We talked to him a few times during the NADPC, and he's like, "Man, I wish I could pick Phoenix. This hero sucks." Turns out it doesn't suck. He's probably watching this and like preparing for this tournament. Like, "Oh, Phoenix is good. I'm playing Phoenix."
I'm playing it. Yeah, I'm picking it. Even on position 4, we've seen in the last series just it's a versatile hero on either one of the support positions, even on offlane sometimes. But overall, just brings a lot to the team, especially with the Puck. You can't run towards the egg. You can't run away because of the Dream Coil. Combo it with something on the offlane as well that Beastmaster will not be picked, but anything that's... Wait, is Mars still in the pool as well? It is, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's an option.
It is, yeah, something Ice can... I mean, his hero pool is every offlaner, plus some heroes that you wouldn't consider offlaners he plays.
The one that you mentioned before, Pango, also very solid.
And Timber. Clear out those trees of the monkey.
Timber into monkeys feels a bit rough. Yeah, that's like... I thought Timber was going to play a big part in this draft, but once they give PSG LGD the monkey instead of the troll, I feel like picking Timber gets very risky.
The laning stage itself is hard. That Prophet is hard. Later on, that is in the game. So probably... Maybe they go wild and pick it, but I wouldn't like it. Yeah, not my favorite.
And for PSG LGD picking Timber, there's the Tusk, there's a lot of magic damage with Sunray, with Puck, so it actually feels like a hero both teams have made sure they can't get Timber Sword.
And we've seen so many times from PSG LGD this Elder Titan on position 5, sometimes even on 4, but on 5 most likely played by Innocence. Throughout the DPC league, he's been on point with his 5s overall.
Absolutely. I mean, they've done very well overall, but quite a hero that is played a lot by them for sure.
I actually expected perhaps an Oracle coming from them here, as it's not banned, if I'm correct.
For EG, you mean? Or?
No, for PSG LGD instead of the ET.
Oh, instead of ET, okay, I
but
see.
I like the ET as well, because having another frontliner, let's put it that way, in those mid-game engagements would be cool.
Right now, the draft from PSG LGD is looking quite favorable if you're going to have a 5-on-5 team fight. I know there's only 3 heroes so far picked, but how much more does EG need to focus to be able to match PSG LGD's team fight? How many, do they need to focus on that? Or at this point, is it like, well, you're not going to top Monkey King, Death Prophet, Elder Titan, so let's just go for some solo target?
They're going to pick a Viper. Wow,
okay,
that's an offlane Viper?
Yeah, that's a Viper into the Monkey King. You get that break as well. It looks pretty solid.
There's your answer, Chief. They don't go team fight at all. I was thinking, it's Ice. Most of his heroes he's playing are those team fighters, those Pengos, those Tides, whatever it may be. But against the Monkey, they're going to go for a laning matchup and a kind of game matchup rather than team fight. Yeah,
it forces you into a much earlier BKB. Now PSG LGD have to think about perhaps even switching up lanes. And what's very funny is that Viper is PSG LGD's go-to hero on offlane as well. Fate Beyond has been playing it quite a bit in DPC and in the other leagues. And besides Viper, he's been playing Nature's Prophet. Like, when I think about Fate Beyond, I think about those 2 heroes. And one banned out, the other picked up by Evil Geniuses. So one of the ways to deal with his hero pool.
Well, as far as hero pools goes. Easy showing a lot of confidence in Arteezy's hero pool because they're leaving his pick to last, and you got to imagine more carriers getting banned. The Jug, of course, and probably see another Arteezy like an Ursa or something getting banned out as well here.
Terrorblade, Alchemist, Jug, all banned out.
Monkey, Troll, Taken are banned out as well by EG themselves, so limited options now for the Arteezy last pick.
They ban out the Enigma. Now, Enigma isn't my personal favorite, not only for PSG LGD, but the whole Chinese DPC league. This hero has usually been a miss. Teams pick it up, try to make it work. Usually just doesn't do, even the Necro build, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like in some other regions.
Do you want Faith Beyond playing the Death Prophet or nothing to say?
They're both very capable. I think that Prophet versus Puck is pretty solid for that Prophet on mid lane, so you can do that. And then combo some Lion plus melee core on the offlane, perhaps.
They've played Slardar this tournament. We've seen it pop up here and there. But again, I will remind people as well, Pango is still in the pool.
I think it's going to depend a lot on what EG pick. They're going to see what the carry is and whether or not they want to, if there's a really good offlane that they see against Arteezy's hero, or if something else comes to mind.
They ban out the PA, perhaps because of the Viper pick. It opens up the PA for EG because you can't counter it with the Viper pick as well, right? So maybe that's the reason. We've seen PA, it hasn't done so. Not really the greatest.
It feels like the last pick carry when all the other carries are banned. So I think PS just like, what carries are left? Oh, PA's left, let's ban it.
There's Morphling, I suppose, that's still left in the pool.
Morphling, Wraith King. And Morphling and ET doesn't feel particularly great. And there's, Hexes, Silences to mess you up as well.
You have Wraith King versus Monkey King. In general, is considered not great. I wouldn't mind it. Into Monkey and that I would mind. Never mind. Take that back. Probably would be a little bit too difficult.
Well, they don't really have a lot of time to think about it. We'll see what Arteezy is going to play. It will be a Razor. Are you guys happy with that?
Well, they're going for the nasty draft.
Wow, yeah, no kidding. Razor, Viper on the same team. It's one of those heroes you pick, and you're not likely going to see this Razor. It doesn't have a counter. It's just whether or not Razor has like a really good free lane against those melee cores. Now, PSG LGD may want to put that Death Prophet in the offlane, though. You see the Razor, you may want to send the ranged hero there.
Yeah, or just pick something right now that can lane into the Razor on the offlane.
Like what?
I'm thinking anything with mobility is usually good.
The Pango you mentioned.
The Pango wouldn't be that terrible, I suppose, yeah. You also have to think about heroes that can deal with the egg, so that's a bit problematic. The Quops that we've seen aren't good here as well from the offlane. Mirana, but it's
core Mirana coming in. What?
No, not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
It used to be the answer on the mid lane versus Razor with leaping out, and you would be able to deal with the egg, but it's a difficult pick for them. 18 seconds in.
And they'll go for the Lina. That's a great egg hitter, but it does mean Death Prophet most likely on the offlane with the Lina going for nothing to say in the mid lane.
Yeah, but nothing to say. Okay, he's going to play into a puck with Lina. That can be a bit problematic for him, no?
And the other thing, we're talking about these lanes if the team's just going to straight up set them standardly. EG, more than any other team, run Arteezy in the offlane with like a tri-lane or even sometimes dual lane. So I could very well see EG go for some kind of...
Hi, this is Lorenzo from Dota Pro Games. On this channel, every day, we upload Dota games from pros like Arteezy, Paparazzi, Miracle, and many more. If you want to play like them and understand their secrets, consider subscribing to this channel. You will increase MMR in no time. Also, liking this video is free and will help me bring you more and more content. Enjoy the game. Thanks.
Still satisfied with the Monkey King and that Prophet cores,
but
they have been cornered into their last pick. Same goes for EG. They've been
EG aren't going to be comfortable with the fact Arteezy's not on one of more his signature farmers. Maybe that's where EG's going to be forced to play a different style of game. But I think EG, like you say, still happy with their draft.
I will go for EG in terms of my predictions, but very curious what my analysts are thinking. Lizard, you go first?
For me, these two drafts are very, very close, and I can see ups and downs. So I'm going to go with EG just from the previous performances.
Okay.
Well, I hate to always agree, but I come over from NA, been casting the NA DPC. Like, of course EG is going to win, guys.
A little bias. It's okay. You're allowed.
I haven't seen Abed Puck lose in like 3 years, so.
That's true. I'm curious, though, because I know Lizard is going for Evil Geniuses, but Lacoste has also been covering Chinese Dota over the last 2 months. Lacoste, you want to give some hope to the PSG LGD fans?
Yeah, for sure. I don't like that EG does not have any kind of tower damage. Like, they're focusing hard on the lanes. They want to, just ruin Ame's Monkey King, but they cannot end the game. That's going to be the problem with their draft. Like, they, even with the 10-15k gold advantage, I still don't think they can go for tier 3 towers. So I'll go to PSG LGD here.
How about you, Owen?
I'm also sort of like what PSG LGD have, I'll be honest. I think, they've obviously done what they've done time and time again. There's DP Monkey King. I'm going to be interested to see if EG's approach is going to be able to deal with it. But I do feel that it might just not be able to. If they're not able to close up the game quickly, I think they're going to get out-carried hard by Ame.
All right, well, let's see how this first game of the upper bracket finals is going to play out. Over to you guys.
Thank you very much. Very excited to see this match, though, play out. EG versus PSG LGD. And some kind of different heroes coming out, especially towards the end. Nothing to say. Bringing in the mid laner. Something that we don't get to see every day.
I wish there was something else. Maybe a Queen of Pain, possibly, because, like, Lina, I've seen this hero fail so many times. Recently, I've seen the better performances, from Lina in general, but I can understand why,
look at this.
Stun.
Coming in already with the stuns onto Ice, but Ice and Crit, they're going to turn, they're going to be actually able to fight first, but they'll turn over as well towards Y. They'll take down 2. As Ice, he's able to live, he's able to get out of there. As PSG LGD, they try and look for action. They've got a lot of stuns, but it wasn't enough. EG able to just turn, hold their ground, get 2 kills for themselves.
We see that all the time. Someone tries to, contest against the Tusk, the damage coming up from the tag team. The more numbers you bring, the stronger the hero is.
Yeah, and as we can see being pointed out there, 860 damage being done by that Nether Toxin that Ice was just able to turn, lay down, and they were just standing him for the full duration, pretty much.
Yeah. So Ice got the first blood, has 200 extra gold, 250, will TP back to the lane. He's probably going to go for Urn, Circlet, Sage Mask, more overtime damage. This is something that they've done before, also like having aggressive tri-lanes, and they've also like to get a first blood and TP position 5 to the bottom lane. So why? He needs to be careful. Like anyone who's a melee in this, like even Ame, like there's so much kill potential, a lot of slows.
And we'll see who's able to win out of this tri-lane versus tri-lane top as both teams, EG and PSG LGD, have come out with some fantastic lanes in the games that we've seen from the both so far. Why? He's going to get gone on here, but Ame able to keep him covered with the Boundless Strike. Only just though, in fact, with the Nether Toxin, why? He might still tick down Fairy Fire, just enough to keep him alive. Already seeing the hard-hitting potential of EG's tri-lane.
So it seems like they want to keep it. They put Arteezy on the bottom. Arteezy wants to rush for the Boots of Speed. Like, in 1 versus 1, if you have a long lane, a Razor is pretty much always going to have a good time.
Yeah, you're always going to find some sort of opportunity to close in on Faith Bian and start running him down with the link. I'll have Xingqiu coming in with a rotation. See if Arteezy's prepared to deal with this. He's into the trees, and he'll be fine. Xingqiu not wanting to hunt any deeper, knowing that Static Link is there available. Arteezy could have always looked for the turnaround, and Xingqiu will respect that.
It's one of those moves where you just rotate your position 4, forcing the rotation of their position 5, and now you have 2-1-2 lanes. Crit, level 2. Once Viper hits level 2, he is already level 2. They can start playing aggressive. They're playing Viper into 2 melees. Tusk already has a Boots of Speed plus attack team, just saving a skill point to see whether he needs a Snowball or he needs an Ice Shard to block them off. Same build pretty much always on Crit Tusk. He's going for that drums. 8 charges. Pretty much no one else is doing it. Everyone else is prioritizing either a Falcon Blade or Orb of Corrosion.
Yeah, it's an incredibly hard game for PSG LGD to get aggressive onto EG up top. I'd be very surprised if we ever see EG getting taken down whilst there's just the 2 members of PSG LGD here. Sitting over in the mid lane at the moment, 12 for 3, 12 for 3. Complete even trade and farm between. Nothing to say in Arbet.
And both of them bringing the bottle at the exact same moment, pretty much. Puck will have it a bit earlier, so he can start to play a bit more aggressive. Lina still has that Fairy Fire, but no mana for Dragon Slave.
And Abed not quite able to connect the orb there. Really both keeping one another on their toes. Very close matchup so far in the mid. Bottom lane, definitely the lane where we're seeing EG win out the most. RTZ getting the free farm, whereas, of course, we're seeing the Death Prophet starting to fall a little behind here. Fabian definitely having the tougher time in these dual lane setups.
He's level 3, still saving a skill point. Whether he needs a Spirit Siphon or to put another point in a Crypt Swarm.
See top lane Crypt. He's ready to go in onto Armate. They close the gap with the Snowball. And even with the Fairy Fire, it's not enough to keep him alive. This top lane, incredibly strong for EG. It's just not a... it's not possible to play into if you're these two melee heroes. You get close to these two,
it's so hard.
And Crypt they'll turn and kill you every time.
You need a bit more mana regen on Viper, so he decides to get an Urn of Shadows. Was thinking about rushing a Necro Book. Okay, I don't think I've seen this before, like, ever. I've seen some offlaners like a Tusk where there's like great synergy from the tag team, so might be reason why he's also going for it.
And, you know, down the line, it will give, well, we'll see around 4-minute runes. Actually gonna have Crit coming in, nothing to say. And down the Light Striker 8. But he's got to run. Abed will turn with Crit over towards Jingqiu instead.
Another orb.
And he's gonna look to dive for it. Abed, nicely done. Coming in under the tower, he's able to nuke down
Oh,
Jingqiu.
Regen Rune. Why? We'll pick it up. So that's a big deal, you know, just denying that rune from Puck. Puck is still level 5. Like, they might be able to get this kill. Yeah, he looks pretty dead.
Hey, may have got the rune, but he's going to pay with his life. 2 kills for Abed. Some beautiful moves from Crit coming around the mid lane and allowing Abed to turn and find so much action already. 4 minutes and a half in, Abed's already 3-0-1. They
need 1 point on the board. Like, they need, you know, because you're at the 0, you just want to have something, because it affects you. You know, you look at the scoreboard. These are pretty big numbers, right? On the screen.
We'll see Abed. Is he going to go up for the 5-minute rune? He isn't. There is a lot of members of PSG LGD down as Jingqiu would have been in position. And we're seeing, you know, already that top lane starting to fall apart from PSG LGD. Only Arme up here at the moment, and he's probably going to have to just turn towards the jungle, as laning against Ice is just not an option right now.
This is one of the reasons why EG just decided to go for this like heavy lane pressure. They knew that Razor's gonna have a good time. He is the lane dominator. Same goes for Viper. Mid lane doing really good. Like Lina, you know, has more CS, but they managed to kill 2 supports. Puck is level 6. There's the rotation.
I mean, they're just playing around with nothing to say. He'll drop the Laguna onto Fly. They do have the stun as well to finish up the kill. Abed will still get the cleanup on nothing to say, and at the end of it all, Abed's probably going to be happy. I mean, with Fly going down first, it means that Abed continues to just pick up the solo XP for these kills.
Now, he's pretty happy that his support dying.
Yeah, he's like, thank you, Fly. And, you know, not only giving him solo XP, but also, of course, eliminating the worry of the Laguna Blade coming out anytime soon with it being on cooldown. So Fly tanking a whole lot and doing the real support moves there to keep Abed's game good.
Yep. Abed's bottle will get refilled on a mid lane. They're not baiting with the bottle. They're not going to leave the bottle with the poison on. Like Team Secret, you know, went for it. Kind of backfired. Puck level 7, 4 points in orb. Picks up another bottle rune. Another bottle rune. What? Bounty rune. So yeah, Exorcism still not online on the bottom lane. That Prophet level 5 has a Falcon Blade.
That's top tower. Really too much the PSG LGD can do about it. They have smoked up with nothing to say in Jingqiu. Maybe going to see if they can get the wraparound on EG after EG stick around to finish the tower off. Why? He's going to try and set something up. Sleep catches Ice, but it won't catch on to Crit. Jingqiu continuing to close the gap, but Abed is here and does have Dream Coil at the ready. Jingqiu opening things up onto the park. Nothing to say, has the follow-up.
Nice,
the save comes in. Crit is going to be able to buy time for Abed to jump out to the side as Abed will escape. They're committing onto Ice. Ice will fall, but he brings down Y with him.
Lina, can she land another stun? Tusk seems to be a bit too speedy with the Windlace and Boots. That was such a clutch save. Abed gets out. He scouts if there are any stacks being made. And they also dealt so much, like this top tower is actually deniable. EG does not have that much of a tower damage, but they need to play with the catapults. Lina's bottle will be refilled on a mid lane.
Abed with those moves, continuing to go unharmed this game. 4-0-1. And a refill mid. Maybe seeing if they can make a go here as Abed's got the Dream Coil. Set things up straight away as they're moving on to the Lina. Crypt's able to dodge the Light Strike array and the Stomp to stay on top of Nothing to Say. Nothing to Say is trying to bottle up, but the right clicks are too much. As they bring him down, Fly will fall in return as Wide turns and runs him down.
There's a lot of damage. That's 200 damage. Puck picks up a DD. Yeah, Y looks pretty dead. The Lion.
Xingqiu, maybe Xingqiu can help. Hex out. Into the combo. Shard's actually going to grab the two of them there. Crit, he's going to be able to stop them.
He's going to clean them up.
As they just turn and kill them both as well.
Then Abed, he's on fire. Like, Abed, Puck go brrrr. And his bottle will get refilled. Like, this is like 4th time or 5th that his bottle got refilled. They just keep going on.
He might not be done. Yeah, he's already pushing back Faith beyond it. Still with some time left on the DD route. This is what happens when you leave it in. You don't take it out in the first few bans. Abed gets his hands on the puck and open the game phenomenally. Of course, a big shout out to his support backup as well. You know, it has been these movements from Crit and Fly around the mid lane that have just enabled him as much as he's been popping off. The team effort's been perfect. See Fly getting caught out here by Fabian and Xingqiu between the Silence and the X. I'll leave no chance for Fly to dive away.
Also, Abed should start using some other voice lines other than greetings. Pretty sure he has them unlocked.
I mean, wait, no, he doesn't. Wait, okay, yeah, he's gold tier. He should have a few more. But into the jungle. EG starting to take away some of PSG LGD's sort of to the safe areas that they need for Arme. That's how's Arme's progress looking. It's pretty slow this game. I'd say very slow. You know, this is definitely one of the, if not the slowest start we've seen from Arme on the Monkey King.
He got zoned out. Yeah. Very hard matchup for him playing into Tusk. And Viper can't really do that much. Died once. Not too bad, you know, considering what he was playing against.
See top lane Crit. He's trying to go for the bouncy rune here. Between the Silence and the Stomp. They'll stop him. And he's going to start to lead in onto Y, and he's buying time for Ice to head over Y. He's not going to have any chance of escaping from this as he goes down. Of course, at the same time, down bottom, Arteezy getting the kill. He is being chased by Nothing to Say. There's Nothing to Say got enough nuke. The Arteezy juke here around the trees. Fire. The Dragon Slave does still hit him, and it won't be enough damage. Arteezy's out. Mate. And Faith Bian trying to look towards Fly. Fly no longer an easy kill, though. He's hit the 6. Supernova is at the ready, and Abed by his side. PSG LGD have to be careful about any fight they take around the mid lane as Dream Coil, Supernova, they're ready to go.
You can see them grouping around because they have a catapult. Let's see if Abed wants to tank any tower. Nah, he just denies it. Hits them with the greetings again.
That's super effective.
Tusk actually gives Tome to Phoenix. Like, he just wants his Phoenix to hit level 12, potentially faster. What a bro, yeah.
What a bro. What a nice man.
Arteezy so far having a really good game. Boots of Travel.
Yep.
You know, wants to be able to connect with the rest of the team, just potentially outnumber the opponents going into BKB. He was thinking about the Falcon Blade, but since he picked up an Arcane Ring, has enough mana sustain, and with the Boots of Travel, you're going to be, you know, teleporting to base more often.
You're going to have the smoke movement as EG. They try and connect down on the bottom lane, flying Abed. White will put a stop to the movement over. Maybe Abed would just turn and go for him instead. He will. Dream Coil dropped down. Arteezy closes the gap. Y's gone. And now with the jump up to the high ground, they're going to look for more. As they close the gap with the snowball, they'll pick up 2. Xingqiu down as well. As EG 14-4 right now.
This is the type of game that they need to play. Like, their heroes are very good right now. They know that Ame will not be able to join any team fights. He just wants to farm up. Usually Ame is the one who doesn't even join before he gets the Aghanim Scepter. Potentially, you know, with the TP, if they overextend, other than that, he just wants to farm.
And this is really going to be one of those games where it's pretty much going to be impossible for Arme to turn up at all until he has the BKB, because in any of these fights, if a Dream Coil and a Nether Toxin gets thrown down on top of him, he's pretty much useless if he can't benefit from the Jinx.
Even if he gets a BKB, like, it's just going to be a hard game for Ahmed throughout pretty much the whole game against the Viper Strike. Then you have Volrus Punch, Static Link. Like, these are all abilities that most likely are going to be used on you.
Absolutely. This is, you know, very much You know, EG coming out with what we needed to see. They knew that it was always going to be there, this first round of the draft, this Arme Monkey King. They had to have a plan, and definitely a lot of pieces that do seem to be very strong counters against it, sliding into place here from EG.
PSG LGD, you know, they still have a better late game if they can just slow it down to not get overrun by EG. There's going to be this ET, you know, still does not have a point in natural order at all. Monkey King, we've seen what he can do once he gets the items, that profit. Fabian is actually relatively farmed. I'm not a big fan, to be honest, about like Falcon Blade and the Yule Scepter. It's a lot of mana, you know. You still have a defensive tool with the Yule Scepter, but you don't bring like any of utility to your teammates when you go for that kind of a build. And you also, like, it's still a good BKB game because you're playing into Puck, you're playing into Phoenix, you want to have something to kill the Supernova. Their heroes are actually not that good at killing Supernova, especially if you get the Fire Spirits on them.
Absolutely, and which is going to be a problem considering that EG have...
Yeah, pretty much it's just Lina, you know, with the Fiery Soul.
And like they are, in the most part, going to have to deal with that egg because when things come into play like the Dream Coil and the Shards, you're not necessarily going to have the option to run away from it. So the team fights definitely will be scary once EG start to bring it to them. See the pace of the game slowing down a little bit as EG yet to look to make the next move. Tier 1 still available in the mid lane. It's probably going to be the next target. Already very low. Let's see what they do. Bring in the 5 in around mid. They got a smoke. Fly does. They're ready to make a move here, EG. They know that they do need to still continue to use their strength right now against PSG LGD.
This is their catch. Ice with the Road of Atos. Like, he can initiate from a bit further away. Jin Q breaks the smoke.
There we have. See how they start things off. RTZ coming in from the side, but Jin Q will be able to hold back the two of them with the stun. The Light Strike Array comes down in return.
Snowball save.
Crit picks him up. Over from the side, Arme drops the Wukong's command. They bring down Ice. RTZ getting a decent link off onto Faith Beyond. Will turn, nuke through the Linas. Nothing to say falls. EG starting to reset a little bit, wait out the Wukong's command before they look to get back in on this.
And they were so ready for this. Like, nice positioning from Jin Q. 2-man Earth Spike, they were ready. Like, Dead Prophet using the Exorcism straight away. It's just a trade, but Lina, like, she would love to not die there. Instead, let's say they trade a support for Viper, would be a big W, I would say, for PSG LGD.
Yeah, we did see some sort of safety at the end there from EG. Not trying to run straight back in. RTC hasn't quite got the BKB, so rather waiting for that before they really try and push it. They just sort of leave with the trade that they get. 1 for 1. Arteezy just making sure that he could finish off Nothing to Say on the way out. So deciding not to commit anything else there. Arteezy farming rather deep on his own up top, trying to get this BKB finished. He's going to be found by Jinkyu and Arme. As Arteezy, I don't know if there's any way.
Can he juke this?
I mean, if he can, that's going to be quite something. He's up in the trees, Arme. He's able to get him just in time before Arteezy escapes. Back over to mid, Arbed. Ice, looking to chase down Nothing to Say. Arbed's certainly going to dive in for that one.
It's just so much overtime damage. Witchblade plus anything from Viper on top of Urn of Shadows. It's just like, you need BKBs. You're going to need the BKBs. Ame pretty much going for his standard stuff. You know, I'll get that Battle Fury, which will get me closer to the Aghanim Scepter, and then I'll possibly get a BKB. He can still swap things around, but I feel like he needs it. He needs to be able to jump on the targets and just to deal damage.
Yeah, Ice stepping in rather deep here. It's going to be spotted out by Y. With that, PSG LGD more than far enough away. Arme's catching up. The goal difference remaining at just at this 2K. And with the Battle Fury done, the pace of the Monkey King is going to pick up. And that kill on Arteezy definitely helping. As Arteezy was definitely tempted. He just wanted to stick around that one last wave because that would have given him the BKB. As it was with that death, though, gets knocked back a little bit. He'll farm it up in a much safer position, clean up this triangle, and then he will have the BKB ready for the next move.
Nether Shawl dropped for both of these teams. The most perfect item, like, you're always gonna have and find the usage for it. It's definitely the best tier 2 neutral item in the game. You can see the problem that EG got is we don't have enough damage. We don't have enough tower damage. And for PSG LGD is they're struggling to initiate a fight. Like, your Lion and the ET, they're not really good at starting a fight. your offlane is a dead Prophet, and you're in a situation where you can't just group around because you don't really feel comfortable fighting right now. You would rather farm. So they're just going to play slowly. You know, most of the time it's like either be counter-reacting to what they're doing or try to smoke up and possibly get a pick off. They need to be very careful about EG's like Roche taking potential because of Tusk.
He is baiting here as he's got the BKB, he's ready to fight. They do commit on him, but already over to the side. Crit and Arteezy, they'll collapse on Nothing to Say. And bring down the Lina, and now Arbed, Dream Coil locked down onto Arme. EG will be able to turn and take down both cores. As the Arteezy bait works perfectly. He had the BKB, he was more than ready for them to jump as he positions aggressively, and PSG LGD, they fall for it.
Yeah. Surprised they decided to take that move. There is still a tier 1 tower on the top lane. They can easily TP, they can outnumber them, and as you said, Razor with the BKB, he was ready. This is what I just mentioned, like the Roche taking potential coming up from the Tusk, they have enough. He pops the drum on top of that, just wants to be able to secure it as fast as possible.
No chance for contest here from PSG LGD. Faith Biam trying to get some pressure onto that bottom tier 1 tower. Still, you know, half HP on the bottom tower. The other tier 1's barely taking a scratch, as EG really are yet to lose any sort of map objective on their half. PSG LGD just haven't managed to get the push together yet.
This is where the difference comes from. They have taken 3 towers, they have not lost a single one, they took the Roche as well. Still, PSG LGD, you know, they are finding the farm on the map, Ame getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter.
But, you know, for sort of all the games we have seen PSG LGD get the wins, that you know, so sometimes in the games that they have dropped, it's very much been, you know, Arme, he's AFK farming, the Battle Fury, the Axe, and then suddenly the game just comes to an end. Even though, at least in the one loss we did see from them. And EG definitely playing at the sort of the pace that's going to try and force that situation here. As Arbed looking to get some right-click online. Okay, we're going for the Deso. It's going to help massively for that extra bit of physical burst.
Yeah, it's just that they don't have enough tower damage. This is why he's itemizing this way. He went for the damage talent, going into Deso, phase shift attack. Makes a lot of sense. Top lane, Ame getting caught.
Needs a bit of help. The Viper strikes down on him. He's going to drop the Wukong's command. Silence does come in, but he's going to tick very low to the Viper strike. He'll just keep himself alive as now the turnaround's attempted by Faith Beyond, moving over to Ice. Zinq as well closing in as they bring down both of them and keep Arme alive.
It's so important that he does not die there. He could have also just tried to TP out. I think he would have enough time. Abed chasing, has a Blink Dagger and Invis, but the rest of the team is not there.
I was maybe seeing if he had the chance to pop Faith Beyond. Faith Beyond very much aware that that sort of move could be coming into play as he was guarded by his 2 supports.
PSG LGD, they are happy how things are going for them right now. You know, Ame didn't die. They still don't want to take the fight before the BKBs. Lina getting close to 1. Actually has enough gold soon. Dead Prophet also getting very close. So once they get those 3 BKBs up, they will be ready to fight. Even like before, I think Ame might need to be, you know, just joining fights.
Arbed is going to see Nothing to Say. Little split for the rest of his team as he's up on the cliff. He is going to turn, drop the Laguna, but the snowball comes out with Supernova out. PSG LGD, they can't head up into the high ground. To keep their distance, nothing can be done to save, Nothing to Say.
Nothing to say, nothing to save, huh?
And it certainly isn't with him dead for 35. See if EG can start putting some pressure on the tier 2s. Ice. Starting to go for the mid tower.
They're like, we're playing for 25. We do not have enough tower damage. Just wait until Viper gets poison attack, affects buildings, then we're good to go.
It's going to take a little bit of time, but maybe that is the late game that the EG actually do have hidden up their sleeves. Arme has to be very careful how he jumps for waves. He's going to come down here. Ice, waiting at the side. The Sunray as well. This is a lot of damage as Arme's gone. Fly and Ice ready for him to make that jump.
He killed the creep. Arteezy was trying to TP with the Boots of Travel. I'm not sure if they did not have a glyph or did not want to pop it. Glyph, Radiant team on cool. Yeah, it was on cooldown. 7 seconds.
These deaths are very, very costly for Arme. Also over to the side, crit. Finds Y alone. A couple of kills will give EG the space to push on in the mid lane. Take this tier 2. See how much more they can find whilst they do still have the Aegis on Abed. He himself just a few hundred gold away from the full Desolator. Might even hit the timing to get the chance to start pushing at the high ground.
On Lina.
Aggressive jumps Abed. It's going to force out that BKB straight away without the Hex and the stun coming out from Xingqiu, but Crit is able to take them away from the stun. Respawn from Armez. Armez TP's over towards the mid. Crit backs out to the side. Extra TP over from Y as they look to close the gap. Fabian will push back Abed. EG just kiting out these two BKBs for now. Well, they're ready to jump back in. Arteezy. He's in with the blink. Abed. Silent sound of the two of them. Nothing to say. He's falling low. He's going to use himself. Abed will get burst at once, but he's got the Aegis. He's ready for a second round. Arteezy takes down Nothing to Say. He's even thinking about chasing into the base for Y. He wants to go past the tier 3s, up to the tier 4s. He really wants this. Y will pop us out, but Arteezy keeps on diving. Blinks to the side. He's out of there. They won't be able to punish him with 3 dead on PSG LGD.
Oh, the way this fight started, Snowball, PSG LGD is like, yeah, they're gonna come into our base, 2 blinks, they get out of the trouble, BKB is already popped, and then they reset. Arteezy goes in, cleans them up with that. This is such an actually valuable pickup on him, going for that blink dagger to be able to catch people, get out of the trouble, like just get on top of Monkey King more easy. I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, getting on the Monkey King, I mean, getting on the Lina as well. Another hero that just hates having heroes just jumping right and close of her, because then suddenly she's forced to use herself, and that leaves her in a very vulnerable position, as we see here. Nothing to Say buys a bit of time. As soon as he's back down, Arteezy's waiting and ready to kill him off.
Good first usage of Aegis. It was about to expire, 30 seconds. They still get the most out of it.
Mate. He's looking at farm, but they're waiting. Arteezy's ready to go. He pops the BKB, the static link. They're just setting a trap every single time.
3-man coil.
It's over the 3 of them. See if they can do more with this EG as they're chasing over. Nice Striker raid down onto Crit, swooping over from the high ground, forcing PSG LGD to run. The shards won't grab anyone, but Abed, he's still trying to chase on for this. He's up into the high ground. See if they can get any sort of stun landed as he comes out of the face. If they can't he's out of there, Abed. No catch for him.
My Finest Creation gets out of the trouble. So far, they did not manage to kill Puck, not even once. I see Eon Disc queued up. That's just gonna be a huge issue. No one buys like into Nullifier. You can dispel it with the Yule Scepter, which is okay-ish, but still you need to deal with the phase shift, you need to deal with the blink, and possibly Yule Scepter on him as well.
How do you kill this Puck? And we're seeing PSG LGD really struggling to keep Arme safe, even in that situation where he was farming in his own triangle and did pretty much have the whole team behind him. They just couldn't do anything to stop this blink initiation from Arteezy. Blinks in, BKB static link. Arme's going to die pretty much every time to that play.
There is no counterplay. Like, even if he pops a BKB, he's still going to be in trouble, but a bit less, Wukong's command could potentially turn things around. 12k gold lead. Gonna call it suddenly for EG, where like they were keeping it 2k gold lead.
Look at the graph.
Yeah, it just skyrocketed.
A shot straight up after that fight. And EG ready to keep the plays coming. It's Crit. He's got his eyes on Nothing to Say. They're in with the jump initiation, punch into the snowball. Nothing to Say will pop the BKB, but he's already fallen too low. He'll come down off the back of this Yules to an instant death there. Over to the side, Arme will get the Wukong's command out. Ice, drops the Nether Toxin and the Viper Strike onto Arme. As Arteezy's in with the BKB and the static link. Arme's gone. They'll lose to the line. 3 dead yet again on PSG LGD. Fabian's trying to chase down Fly, but Fly's got backup. Crit jumps in, over towards the DP. Fabian will be able to turn, take the 2 of them down, but he'll lose his life for it. 4 dead on PSG LGD, and Armed's not done. He's up to the high ground, chasing down Y, Crit in as well as they'll force back the ET. Arteezy's in with the slow. It's a team wipe as EG clean up every single one of them. PSG LGD all dead, 30-10 now. As EG's pace and momentum, it's just far too much for PSG LGD.
It's just
they can't withstand this at all.
They did not have answer for this Puck. Crit Tusk also causing a lot of issue every single time. Like, he has this BKB piercing ability. You're never gonna feel safe playing against Tusk. I would not be surprised if PSG LGD just GG's out after one next fight.
It definitely feels like it could be going that way. This game getting infinitely harder for PSG LGD to be able to carry on the back of Arme's Monkey King, something that they've felt confident in enough to open draft after draft with here on the main stage. And after this game, if EG can keep this up and get the win, they may have sort of shaken up PSG LGD enough to maybe look towards something a bit different, because EG coming in with solid answers this game to Arme's Monkey King.
They were so prepared for this. They were you can feel that they were ready. You know, kind of feels like a big bait coming up from EG. Yeah, go on, pick your Monkey King. We'll be able to counter it.
Yeah, a lot of things in play that are causing issues, but definitely this RTZ Razor, the final pick and the build that he's gone for, that really has just sealed the deal on top of everything else. Mid lane, diving in onto Nothing to Say again, having to put the BKB and running. They do turn, get the Hex, the Light Truck Array onto Arbev, but the Eon Disc is good to go. Arbev will be able to jump out to the side. Arme trying to get in on this, but here's RTZ, swings round, BKB and Static Link down onto the Monkey King. Arme has got nothing that he can do here as Arme's down yet again. Arbev diving down the rest of them, jumping around over towards Xinkyu and Y, crits him with the punches onto the Elder Titan. Y goes down, Xinkyu whipping himself out of the game as RTZ, he'll help with his whip as well. 4 dead once more. It really does feel like there's just nothing to be done, and there isn't. GG, it's called.
Yeah, I've seen LGD when they're losing the games, they tend to GG out a bit earlier. You know, they feel they do not want to be in this anymore. They do not want this to affect their mentality coming into the second game, so they just call it.
Hi, this is Lorenzo from Dota 2 Pro Games. On this channel, every day, we upload Dota games from pros like Arteezy, Paparazzi, Miracle, and many more. If you want to play like them and understand their secrets, consider subscribing to this channel. You will increase MMR in no time. Also, liking this video is free and will help me bring you more and more content. Enjoy the game. Thanks.
Over and over again, like you're giving team information, how you're playing, and it's always pretty much the same build. Like the play style is, I'm gonna farm that Battle Fury, I'm gonna farm that Aghanim Scepter, so he will not be joining fights. And pretty much EG, they had the perfect answers for Monkey in this one.
Excellent draft and just perfect play from EG as they crush PSG LGD's game plan in game 1. We're gonna have to see if PSG LGD has got some other approaches up their sleeves, because the ones that they've already shown definitely seem to be just prepared for completely by EG, and they're just not gonna fly past them.
I believe there is some pun somewhere. We're not going to fly past them, but I'm going to let that slide because I do 100% agree. Evil Geniuses crushed PSG LGD here in this first game of the upper bracket finals. That was not even close. And I want to jump ahead, guys. I want to not skip highlights. We'll postpone those for later, but I want to just straight up hand out MVPs.
Do it.